So my name is Peter McIsaac. I am a Jesuit of the Caribbean province, and my topic is using discernment in common for the restructuring or reimagining of a Jesuit province or an organization. There were a few important moments of what we were hoping to achieve with this case study, and that was to examine various elements of the process itself as it transpired in the Caribbean. In 2008, Father General Adolfo Nicolas had asked a group that were meeting for the conference of the Latin American provincials if we might meet together, and he asked us to consider the possibility of creating a new province, a new Caribbean province. From 2008 until the time of 2023, we were attempting to create that province. And so there was a long period of time in which we tried to come up with a kind of structure that would be useful. There were a number of elements in that process that were very important. I think the most important was that because there were so many cultural differences, linguistic differences, historical differences, and even because it was over a long period of time, there were differences of personality among the superiors who were trying to discern this process, that it was important for us at some point to move from discerning whether or not we should have a province to actually a mandate of the general that we create this province and how we might do that. Over the long period of time, there were also certain regions or territories that were involved originally and then stopped being involved. One of the things that we wanted to discuss in the case study was the importance of confirmation as a part of the discernment process. And so although we think of it as a decision-making process, sometimes we come to a decision in the different times that St. Ignatius talks about in the exercises, the times for election, that we move from the second time, which is a discernment of the movement of consolation and desolation, to a time of consideration of various options. And so it's important for us. We needed to take a decision. Father General asked us to, and gave us a mandate for creating that province. And so it's important even after 2023 that we continue to discern what was going on both prior to the creation of the province as well as after. In other words, to see what the fruits are and how it might continue to be discerned in the future. This was a very important discussion, I think, for us because discernment processes are usually open. And we need to continue to ask ourselves, how has our situation changed? What is some of the areas of resistance? Where are the areas where there's still not yet great convergence or harmony in the group? And so the present move towards synodality has been instructive for us in some ways, as we are being asked as the Society of Jesus to contribute to the project of synodality. So synodality also asks us to reconsider our own processes of discernment to see where God is at work and where we are being called to grow and to change and to be transformed.